Welcome back to week 9 of my weekly weight loss update. So before we get into the video, after you see this, I won't be able to post a video for another 2 weeks. So week 10 and week 11 will be in a combined video in about 2 weeks time. So it is coming, there's just going to be a bit of a delay. So week 9 has not been the great week, to be honest. I always say that, you know, if I'm going to slip up, I'll be realistic with you, authentic. If I slip up, I'll share it. I've slipped up this week. It's just not gone to plan. My schedule changed. I don't like unpredictability, uncertainty. I don't like changes, especially with my autism and ADHD. I need routine and structure, and yeah, my week has just been thrown out the window. And it started with my work schedule shifts are normally the same, but they sort of changed this week, and I had a few random appointments that I don't normally have that threw things out a little bit, you know, like dentist and stuff. You don't normally have that, but the time I would have liked to go to the gym, I had dentist and then I had work and I couldn't fit it in, and it all got a bit crazy. So because I sort of missed a couple of parts of my routine, rather than just sort of continuing, picking up where I left off, carrying on, it sort of affected my whole day and then my whole week. It sort of snowballed and everything else is messed up. So I'll give you an example. Monday, so on the Tuesday I had the dentist. My plan was to go to the gym at 6:30 in the morning, get it done and out of the way, go to the dentist for like 10 or whenever the appointment was, and then go to work afterwards. So I could have fit it all in. However, the Monday night I had such terrible sleep. I woke up at like 6 o'clock. I didn't want to go to the gym. I could barely function. I was so tired, but I forced myself to get up and dress, get in my gym clothes, and I got in the car. I started to drive my car off. I had my water. I was trying to psych myself. Yeah, I'm tired. Let's just get out of the way. Then I don't have to worry. But no, I reversed my car back out into my space within 5 seconds. I was angry. I was not in a good mood, and I was very peed off, and I just got out of the car and I went back to sleep. I went upstairs. I thought, no, I'm not doing it. I'm tired. And yeah, then I had the dentist and work, and I just didn't end up fitting it in. But what sort of spiraled from there is where I thought I was going to the gym. I had my pre-workout meal and I was on my training day diet plan rather than switching to my rest day diet plan. So like I was eating extra carbs when I didn't need to, like my Cocoa Pops and stuff, and I felt like, yeah, it was just sort of ruined. I think if someone has something happen in their day, it sort of might ruin their morning, or it might be a slight inconvenience for them, but they can still continue as normal, although it might be a bit inconvenient. But for me, like changes like this that mess up my routine, it can really spiral and overwhelm me and just ruin my whole week. So this is what happened. Then I've been sort of freestyling with my diet, because one day I thought, right, I'm not going to the gym, but then I didn't have any sort of mince for my rest day diet. So I just was eating random stuff on my diet, and one day I ate all my meals early, so it got to like 10 o'clock in the evening. I think I had my last meal at like 3, and then I was cooking, like making bagels with honey and butter, and yeah, it was completely off plan. So I've not done as many gym sessions this week. I've not stuck to my diet. I have done my steps every day so far. I'm not going to do all of my steps today because my right ankle's sort of twinging, so I'm going to sort of cut my steps back today. But yeah, it's not really gone so much to plan. But if I'm thinking of how I'm growing, if something like this would have happened to me not so long ago, I would have had like a more of an attitude that I've ruined it now. Let's just eat what I want. I'll get back on it the following week, like on Monday. So I might have binged, got Deliveroo, takeaways, chocolate cake, binge eating. That's what I would have done before, because I would have thought, oh, F it, I've ruined it now. Let's just start again next week. But I'm just trying to do the best with what I can when I can. So although I have sort of not been following my plan, I've still been eating the foods on my plan. So I might have had like a few extra squares of chocolate. I might have had like an extra bagel. So although I shouldn't really be doing this stuff, it's not anything too major. So that's an improvement in itself. And I've not been tempted to get on Deliveroo or get any junk food. I have done a bit of self-care this week as well. So I had I think I had a pedicure, and like I've just literally had my eyelashes redone, and today's a bit more of a chill day because I'm off work today, so I will now go to the gym in a second. I've got a boxing session with my PT, so although I've not been on my plan, I'm still sort of doing bits, you know, when I can. But I think from next week, I'm not working, I can 100% get back on my plan and focus. But what I'm going to have to be aware of and start thinking about, it is very hard to be adaptable, but I do have to sort of appreciate life still happens. So when I'm back at work full time, I'm going to need to manage my diary, because I'm going to have to go to the gym in the evenings then. I'm going to work a full shift, gym in the evenings, maybe a walk in the morning because I've got to fit my steps in. So maybe I'm going to do some work over the next few weeks on like time management, organisation, adaptability, and yeah, maybe do a bit of, you know, work on myself on those areas. And yeah, other than that, the week could have gone worse. I've not really been, I've not weighed just yet because this video is a bit early. But yeah, the week could have gone worse. It could have gone better, but it is what it is. I'm still showing you when I've messed up in the week, or, you know, when it's not gone quite to plan, because this is what happens. I like to watch videos myself when people are just being real. If someone's messed up on a diet plan, I feel like I can relate to that. It's happened to me so many times. But the important thing is just don't let it spiral and go downhill. Just, you have to get back on it, which I've learned, as soon as you can. You know, this week I've sort of accepted, okay, the week's not going to plan, but next week I'm straight back on it. And slip-ups happen. It's part of the journey, part of the process. So this is all I've really got to update on this week. If you have liked and subscribed, I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for the fact I've almost got 60 subscribers. So I'm glad people are either finding some sort of interest, value, or relatability to my videos, especially if you're going through this yourself. And if you haven't liked and subscribed just yet, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. So don't forget, week 10 and 11, I will do a combined video in about 2 weeks time. So see you then. Peace.